Hi, this is Keith. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the portal script. The portal script is a script for controlling doors and windows. Its primary use is to take older maps whose dynamic lighting was created before the door and window objects existed and make them very quick and easy to update. I will demonstrate a quick usage. I will do this. I have an older map here. Let's go to the dynamic lighting layer. All right, you can see that this uses traditional Roll20 colors. Blue for walls, orange for doors, and then the light blue transparent lines for windows. And we're going to ignore the usage of one-way walls because there are no objects to replace there. The script is going to quickly and easily replace the doors and windows. So to do this, once I'm on the dynamic lighting layer, I'm going to issue the command, which is !portal, and this will call up the interface here, the control panel. There are two options up top. One is so that you are acting only on whatever objects you might have selected. The other option is to affect all similar objects. So if you select one orange path, the commands you do here will affect all orange paths. So with all similar selected, I have selected one of the orange paths, which is the way that Roll20 used to indicate doors. It's just a line that GMs would have to move before doors and window objects were created. And I'm going to tell it to select or to act upon all similar lines, all of the orange lines in the map, and make them into doors. So I click, and poof, they all become doors. These are regular door objects. They can be opened and closed and such. I can do the same for windows. I'm going to demonstrate first just taking a window. Let's use this one here. Taking a window, and I'm only going to change the one selected object just to demonstrate the difference between all similar and selected only. So now I have selected only as the option, and you can see that it has changed that to a window. Now, there is a bug here, but it is not in the script. It is a Roll20 display problem. You can see that the color of the window has changed to black, but that is only on display. If I click on it, you can see that the script actually set the color to the correct window, but you can fix that simply by, with the window selected, tell it to be the default color, and this time it will set it properly, or it will finish setting it. Let's go ahead and convert all of the other window objects. So I'm going to send that back to all similar, and I'm going to tell all of the light blue transparent lines that are similar to the one I have selected to be windows. And you can see they all become windows. I'm going to select this one again and tell it to be the default color, and now they are all correct. That is the primary purpose. Beyond that, there are some tools here to allow you to edit maps more quickly that have special needs. For instance, let's say this was not somebody's house, but a highly secure area in which all doors were locked. I can select one door. I can have all similar, so now it's going to select all doors, and I'm going to tell them all to be locked. And you can see that all doors become locked. If I only need to unlock a few of them, I can go back to selected only, and now it is only going to affect those doors, and I will tell them to be unlocked. If I had one that was locked, and I selected 3 doors, you can also toggle, and toggle basically tells anything that is locked to be unlocked, anything that is unlocked to become locked. So if I do that, you can see them flip there. You can do the same thing. Let's go ahead and turn them all to unlocked. You can do the same thing with opened and closed, and you can toggle the setting on those as well. There are a couple of special options here. Special options are ones that only affect certain types of objects. So for instance, hidden or visible, those are only things that are possible on doors. So I can change all the selected ones to hidden or visible. When curtains become available, they will also be included in the script. They are currently available through the graphic user interface, through the user interface. They are still going through the API, but there will be another line here for curtains that will also be special because it will only apply to Windows. The last thing here is that you can move individual objects, and this is just for some tweaking purposes. Maybe a wall doesn't line up quite right and you don't want to adjust one handle and then the other handle. You can move selected objects or all similar objects by discrete amounts. So if I wanted to move that 1 pixel up, I could tell it press the up arrow button and do 1, and you can see that it went up. Let's make that a little more obvious. Let's have it go up 20. Submit. And you can see the whole thing has moved up 20 pixels. Let's move it back down with 21 pixels. And you can see that it has moved up. This will also follow the selected or similar. You can also set a position discretely. Let's go ahead and let's move up to here. Let's take this door and I am going to move it to about right here at position 200, 200, counting from the upper left corner. So I can tell it to have an X value of 200, and then I can have it have a Y value of 200. And you can see it can move up there. These are useful only under special circumstances, but they are there if you need them. I think their primary purpose would be to, if you have a door that is just a little too high and it needs some tweaking, to move them up or down by a single pixel. I suppose the last thing here is that I didn't go into detail on the color buttons. The default button will always use the Roll20 defaults. These are the colors that you will find in any Roll20 converted module or adventure or add-on, just to have them be consistent. You can also set up a custom color. For instance, if all of my doors, all similar, I prefer them to be, I don't know, let's just pick a color. Let's choose, I don't know, hashtag FFFF00. That should be a bright yellow. Submit. And all of my doors have now become bright yellow. If I want to change them back, I just go default. If I only want to change one, I change that to selected only, and I put in FFFF00. That hashtag in front is important. And submit. And you can see that just that one door color has changed. Maybe you want to mark it out special on the map. But in general, it's probably safest to say with the defaults. There are some scripts that work specifically with those colors. And like I said, they're the default colors that Roll20 uses. So if you are using an add-on or a module, you'll become more used to a unified color set. So that is the portal script. Like I said, there will be one more change before this actually gets published. There will be a row of buttons for curtains. And that's the portal script.